Hi, Cheers Voice. You're welcome to another episode of the live stream from the camp and studio of Mission and Ministry Sylvester. I'm very grateful and overwhelmed how the Lord and His scriptures have been a very powerful manual and guide in our guidance and daily activities and instructionally how He proves He is the Lord indeed in every situation. That when there is an understanding and all that it is, that comes with the THE where it stands for when the tree of life, when the spirit of truth, when he the truth, when he the Ruth comes into play and action, everything must have been led by him. And that we are very also so much very important in this conversation to be mentioned. How are we going to be mentioned? That we see his reality, that in our generation, the Lord is not fake. His reality is in the scriptures that we can find the realest truth. And the truth is it as it's written here, we're going to be taking a look at a few scriptures that comes of Isaiah and how the Lord is leading and ruling daily guidance. So that if you have to have a good support and reason for the Lord as an angel and the Lord as a king, the great king, a prince, and king of kings, the Lord of lords, and the Lord who has won battles already before coming in his younger age and ruling and managing as a great group of company manager, then I have every reason, without doubt, that if we are led by the truth, the truth, and every guidance that we need, then it's already available for our consumption. And here is the main topic in Isaiah 51, verse 5. And many other things, we will take also a few look at the scriptures that made it known to us that his arms as whole judge the people. His arms. So when we say his arms, what we say is arms or arms. What are the arms? What are the arms of the nation? What are the arms of the country? What are the arms of what? An empire. The empire will show you what it is that it said is in arms. I'm trying to be a little relieved and quick that we will be swift on this very conversation. You know how it is that things actually won't be as you think when every day it comes with challenges and battles. And that is still also giving us a yield. Take a look. As the Lord is no joke, what he has planned he will do, that is already available. What has he said he will do? Let's go on the screen. For he has promised he will do it. Let's find out what we'll be looking at in his very short. What he, the Lord, has promised. Let's see it right here. That it is so beautiful to have the Lord lead a path and not a voice of the dead, but among the living. And I decree also 1 minute or seconds to rebuke the enemy out of this, and whoever doesn't want to bring understanding to our broadcast and screen, and for presentation and for understanding of the Lord and his way, that the Lord has always been a great one who said his own will stand and stand firm for the great truth, and that if the Lord be for himself, then what else? Then we take a very quick scripture. Now we'll take a very scripture around the whole truth. And the truth is it, the city of truth. And what is the city of truth? The Lord has said, when you hear of Jerusalem, Jerusalem simply means a city that is in heaven, that he has also probably built on earth. A city that is of truth, a city that is of beauty. And the beauty of what is of truth. And that if we are guided by what the angels and led by his spirit, that is it. And the whole scripture, it says it's angels who come and work. How we see some people burning on the street is all prophecies that came true. So if the Lord has not seen anything wrong with it, it wouldn't have happened. So you acknowledge every good of the Lord and every side of it. But some of the truth is that it's too obvious that you will not get it unless somebody comes to tell you what is happening. So take a first scripture from Isaiah 51 verse 17. You know that when you see 1 against 7, which is the seventh spirit, and one of them who comes out is always almost every time one that is leading a path or before any number is a leader, or before a country is a leader, and the 7 is out of any of them. That is the 17. So when it says 17, it's very important, playing a very crucial role. Even that comes with my Vodafone, one of my Vodafone numbers. That is the last number in that. So it says, awake, awake. What time is it that now we are awakening people? Probably we have done this, but I also think that in the live presentation, I had broadcasted live with an open voice, and I did it. And that getting also back to the archives, I need to keep it on my channel. And this around 2:55 a.m. right now. And that what? If you weren't sleeping, what the scripture says that awake. So you needed an awake. You need to be awakened. And it says awake, awake. Stand up. So probably you were sleeping or lying in that kind of way. So the Lord is trying to what? Adjust you or keep you up. And he said, oh, you city of truth. What do we say city of truth? The city of truth is actually where Jerusalem. So wherever there's any Jerusalem work or the scripture or springing up life or making work or leading the path, that's what it says. And it says, which has drunk at the what? Hand of the Lord. What did he drink at the hand of the Lord? The food he provided with, the water he drink, the little wine you probably had been given to heal their wounds in the stomach. And he said, from what? The cup of his fury. What is the cup of his fury? If you know what is fire, you will understand that the fury is not here to entertain people. Whereas the Lord himself knows that if you have truth, you will know definitely that his fire won't be what you're going to be joking with. If you get burned by the fire, you will have to come and testify that it burned you. If you are burnt up completely, you understand. So when the Lord gives you fire, you have to go with the fire and work with the fire. That's the fury. All of it, the highest power of it. And he said, thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of what? Trembling. So if he has given you something that you truly want to say that the Lord gave, you would have to know how you were carried by those things. That it won't be the faith of something else. You are to be led by the Spirit. According to this, how he led most people, and they have always successfully won the game. And that after the whole thing, they prevail. So we don't have to go under the kind of manipulation by the church and whatever. The spirituality that comes with the scripture is that when you just get up and do the right thing at the right time, everything will be well. And we'll have to say, the Lord be the glorious one, because he led the war. Has the Lord not said that he led his people to war against his enemies? This is the reality. And he says what? And rang them out. So if you understand the scripture, that says what? Rang them out. You definitely will do. You would definitely do that. And let's take another scripture that also is in Isaiah 51 verse 9. He said, also again, what is happening that the Lord is saying? Okay, awake, awake, put on strength. So immediately you come from the sleep that the Lord gave you strength to stand, to be able to win the battle. He said, O arm. What are the arms? Arms of the nation, maybe the Air Force, military, and all of that. The whatever. That is the main arms. So when the Lord comes with judgment, he comes with the angels. And those that he has trained are probably the superpower that he made as angels. And he says what? All arms of the Lord. And you know that the army of the Lord and all of that, they are the true Lord and chosen. And there it says again that awake as in the ancient days. What were you told in the past that has ever happened, that is still happening, or that must happen again, or that must take place? Anytime you need a judgment or the Lord to come between your situation to give result or solution or to remedy what you couldn't find easy, he's going to do this? He said, in the generations of old. Maybe you didn't understand what he says, ancient days. So ancient days is what he says, what? Generations of old. He said, art thou not it that had cut Rahab? If you are the one who understood the part that he's saying that you should go and fight, whatever somebody may be telling you is not a judge. The judge itself is the Lord who is awakening you or quickening you that you should get up, and he that give you strength to wake up in the strength, that the strength should not fail. What is it that you are asked? That art thou not it that had cut Rahab? Who was Rahab? Then in this, you're going to ask the Bible, who was Rahab? That the generation of the Lord arises and cut off what? Or cut Rahab. And also what? And wounded the dragon. So whoever drag you on, this is what the Lord has instructed. That as they drag you, so you drag him out. And he told you about this dragon that comes with fire. So when fire or whatever comes with fire, you have to also get prepared and fight it well. Because if your enemy is fire, then you also have to open the fire of the Lord on them. That you cannot say that in the days that the Lord is looking for somebody who understands his ways, that you are also using a weaker vessel to be your faith. You will lose it when you do that. So when the Lord instructs, this is how he said he has been with the people. From that time, they try to say, this is our major prophet who brought the real what manifestation of what vision that is divine to the people. And the divine is what? That the one who divide well, the one who stand between the gap of a mystery and then people and beast. And then what? The rams and the rams and the beast, and they did it well. This is what the Lord needs. You are not supposed to be led by any politics when you are failing. You have to be led by what? The arms of the Lord. And this is why the Lord said that you should understand his ways. At least when you understand his ways and you are working, this is how he came on. He came in, the lifeline. And that he came in to do what? To do only that which is what? Right and commanded. Reserve. So when the arms are open, that is reserve, extra strength, reserve. That they are using that reserve to what? To make a very great decision. Which comes with what? Of the Lord. It is not the Bible and the numerous religion. When you follow that, you fail. Because that is not the ways of the Lord. To have all this religion and division. There are many divisions that you have with difference of faith is the confusion. So he who is able to put all these things together as ministries and make it a mission, then you understand that the mission of who understand every diabolic what aspect of what all that have been division is this that they make one, all put together in that word. Not everything in the world. I'm mentioning what all the ones who claim the Lord has opened church, this temple and ministry and whatever the religion. This is it. Now here is the main action. Now the main action is here. That says Isaiah what? 51 verse 5. It says what? His righteousness. If I also have righteousness, that is why I'm leading the path of righteousness. What is the righteousness going to do now? He said, his righteousness. That is the reserve. The rioters of what? His own accord. He who comes in the name of the Lord to fight on behalf of what? The reserve, or the people who do not have any fault with anything that the enemy has oppressed or that the enemy has afflicted so much. When the righteousness of the Lord come up, the term righteous came as a result of riot. The one who riot what? Riot something. So once you understand riot, that is why the Lord even is rising in what? In war, to open arms against his enemy. Don't say that there is just Christ and that and that and that. The same thing he did. They have always done it. So whatever generation and whatever he wants to use for this understanding, that if in your generation you truly need it, when you watch out carefully what has been going on, then you know the Lord who is what? Guiding you. Because this thing came out of a situation before you even saw places burning, market and all of that. And then you saw Tesla cyber vehicle also burning somewhere. I didn't even want to put it on the screen because I just wanted to understand how pure. I did all this thing before the thing happened. It was daytime, and you saw a cloud of cloud. And I get up again to give strength from my own superpower and love. That is the purest healing. That comes without suffering of any curse. That I'm without curse. So if you see the one leading the path to war against thy enemy to be a curse, then you will lose. I will go to a place you didn't come from. So he said what? In his righteousness, he is near. How is it near? When he, the Lord, awaken you, he will tell you what is near, what is around you. When they say he's near, it's before you're ready. Anytime they tell something is near, it's before you're ready. The one who says he's near is the same person who is saying he's near. So if he tells you what has happened already, then will you say it has happened already or is yet to happen? This fire outbreak and all of that is a prophetic thing. I've been talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. So wherever any evil thing happens or whatever goes against the Lord happens, I'll be the same person who set fire, only winning spiritual battles in the home, somewhere in the house. And then that small fire, I said, had connected to US and in this country as what? Catamantos. When they said you are the one covering the people, if you are the one covering them, so under that umbrella, if there's fire, you have to know that I'm at the real umbrella where there's no fire that consumes people. That we told you, commanded and controlling prices of things. If you don't understand it and you allow people to control prices of things, this is how it will happen. Of course, if you're going to buy with a little as 5 or 1 and you cannot buy with, then the Lord doesn't see it as a reason that if you are losing your profit to now the fire, that he will see it as any reason that he should support you. No, it is rather what? Term as Sodom and Gomorrah. So this is Sodom and GH, Sodom and the country Gold Coast here. that every good thing must be what? As good. Every evil must be as what? Taken away. We have had to pray and pray, and this we are saying that this word and term prayer are predators. So if you don't have any righteousness, or if you don't have the rioters or like the license to have been born of the military or the army, you can't do this as if it's given. So the right thing is this: rioters. That you should have a good fight. So when they say rioters, it means the rioters or rioters is this: that the one that the Lord Himself instruct is doing it on the what? On the foundation, on account of what? He is the Lord guiding the path. But when you wake up from the wickedness side, you are on the side that is wickedness and you'll be judged. But indeed, if the scripture lead us to knowing this, there it is. And it says what? Why is it waking you up? That if you are to wake up and gain salvation of life, that is you. But the one He decided to also destroy, that He set fire on and consume their place. It must be laid. And I saw the four doves after our discovering today. And they came all into my very home and ate. So it's like in His righteousness or riotousness is near. So the one who make the good battle is this, that must take the arms. He wake you up on the arms and strength. So when they now instruct you with the arms and strength, what you should do, that is what you do. And you heard that even what in the land Canaan, where the Aziz Ra'el and Ra, whatever, you know what I'm saying. In my language, it's very coded. And that place, they said they've also conquered what? Something, and you saw the strength and who back something. That they've conquered another place. All this in the Lord is leading. When you fail to do it, you will be destroyed. He has nothing to worry about. And that, He said, and His arms shall do what? His arms, the asshole shall do what? Or the asshole judge the people. What have the people done? They have wrong already. So many things. They are prophesying that we, the great ones or the leaders, we should die. The ones who did in school, who have not understanding of spirituality and the heavens and the earth, and the one who provide food for working all many years. You know when you hear of what? The Russia and riot and all of that. And then it also boils to what? The Rahab and all of that. We do not know when they say, oh, this great man who have worked 7 years. And then they say, oh, you've done nothing. For us to release this lady or this wealth, that what they say is probably at Jerusalem, then you have to work extra. Then I have to work again. From 2017 only to 2025, without you people knowing how we made it. And all throughout, I have been able to win it again. Without falling yet, it is more than just falling or being consumed. And the Lord is still leading us a path. And we say, oh, we will delete every armed robber issues. I arrange coins, 2 gold and silver in my place that I reserve intended that I will eat with. As I was declaring things matters to what life or pertaining to strength or that awakening, then somebody came to what? Inside the room or the ghetto of the military or whatever in the ark and pick it up so that I wouldn't eat, even though I have come to give life. Then I would say that, Lord, you will be the one to testify that truly I am the one doing it according to what? The angelic and spirit. We are not doing this by the name of a title of any pastor or a prophet. No. This is it. For even a prophet to be strong, it means that the angel must have come down to give strength to that side where they stand. That is it. And He says what? So He, the Lord Himself, He that wake you up. If it's the military that made it for you, or the angel that made it for you, you have to listen or obey His voice. That you only do this battle or fight on His behalf or carry His what? Mission and goals across is a mission. That you should do what? That His arms as whole judge the people. If it's not judgment time, how would the scripture even be telling us this? And He said what? That He said, the Israels, or the Israelites, or you want to say Israelites, or His alliance. All this will come with the word that they decoded from this. That is Israel, or Israelites, is what? As well again, wait upon Him. So as they that wait upon Him, what do they have to do? They truly waited until the time for many years and all of that. So that when they come in, there's judgment. We don't care who must what? Have life and who must die. What do you care about? That the Lord directs you how to do it. That's what you should care about. Because you cannot do it with your plain mind or with your own belief or religion. No. This is the whole world or heaven. That has been talking about new heaven, new earth. We are not talking about any old heaven, neither old earth. Because He said the old heaven and the old earth shall what? Vanish away. It shall disappear like a smoke. So that the new one is this, that we are truly under what? The ruling of what? An angel on earth, showing you in cloud formation and rain. As it rained in a part of the city, who knows where it rained? Unless the one who made it. And it trembled and rumbled today. That you know truly we are in what? The mighty January. That is January truly show you that life is with it. Spirit is the Lord. It's not somebody artificially causing it. It is the Lord and myself, or the Lord and Lord, who and the angels, they are doing it. And this is the work of the angels. And he says what? That as they wait on him, what will happen? So also they do what? And on his arms they shall trust, or the asshole they trust. So when there's any return, the Lord will wake what? The arms or the military and the military militia and the soldiers. When you see the arms and all of that, that connects only to angels. The angels who war on his behalf. They are the ones who must carry his arms. So you are also what? Waiting on his arms, his strength, his wing to come and judge. It is this, he said, you yourself, you trust. And that's why you trust on that in the Lord. And it's not like that. And that the scripture tells you, blessed is his nation, whose Lord or whose God is Lord. So if you have any God that you are trying to say people don't understand, they don't see, it is the blessed one that we are seeing now as what? Human being, who is the Lord, or angel leading you. That you should go before the wall. Here you can trust. Here you now see why US use the word in the God, they trust. That is it. So he cannot lead them astray once they do it. And look at Isaiah 65 verse 25. He says, the wolf and the lamb, they also feed together. So he has not said we are all the same. He divided things, how he paired it. That's for the wolf and the lamb, they shall feed together. And the lion also what? Shall eat straw like the bullock or the bullock. And then the dust shall be the portion of what? That long snake or the one deceiving you to do the wrong thing. That person, that is the meat they say he will eat. So when you have food and the spirit that is stronger than you comes to spoil it or make it ugly before you eat, that is a portion of what? That is that person they are talking about. That is the portion. So he has given every one of them. You should know when you were born and what you are carrying out and what you were given according to purpose. We are not all the same, so that you don't have to have politics ruin your life. It is rather what the Lord deciding how it should be done. And it says again that they as well not hurt nor destroy in all our what? Our holy mountain, or in his holy mountain. The Lord himself, his holy mountain. And the holy mountain itself is what? The Nkonya mountain. That is why there's always been war. So when the Lord that is indeed in every place descending anywhere, he's saying his war that he leads and his military and weapons. That you cannot say Bible or book is misleading you, whereas the book and the right message is leading you to do this action. This is what you need to do. I want to end the broadcast right here because I'm already delivered and I've delivered you. That you can't be under what? The snare of the wicked. That with the strength we are given, we have done it. We have shown it. We cannot say there's enemy leading or misleading us. There's nothing like that. What we need is this, that we have told you. That in Isaiah, he said what? His arms, as all, judge the people. So what the people have done that they need to be judged, that you do. No country will come and say that they understood the Bible and then they sit down and their enemy destroy them. We are not for that. We are beyond that. This, you can see my cloth, myself wearing what? The stool or the throne, wearing it. And then you want to say you place a president or a governor on one of these thrones. This is the kingdoms. Born of the kingdoms, original. We are not claiming the Bible will make us king or prince. We are originally born from king and princesses. That you should listen. Already that is authority. Being born in every area that you cannot say, I'm that person you don't know. I am born of a princess. I'm a prince already. I'm an angel already. I am the virgin of the Lord. I am the love myself, having love. I am what? The one who have built companies in some time past. Look at the time I started building maybe the nation when I came to the city or the village. So if I have built the city itself in Nkonya, and then in US, and other places, and on the mountains, on the temples, and we now came from all the Australian war in the main garden, then we came to the city to war. and do what? To build there. So the main village is here. That is a VIH. So that we came before we built it, so that it will become city. And that is said during this act, you have to clear. You root some out. An apostle, you break some things, you root out some things, you destroy some things, you establish new system. These are the things. And that is how the governor shall rest on the shoulder. It's just one of these throne or seat you are being given here. That you want to say you will sit on. And I said, no, if I don't want you to sit on, it's because myself I'm greater. I'm great. I'm the great one. I'm the militia born. We are born too as great. And the Lord knows what He has taken also from us. And we have the truth, the spirit of truth, that you cannot say the scripture is read to you and you have never followed it. And you want to say the Lord knows it. It is the truth that formed the cloud. It is the truth that made what? The thunder and lightning today. And the fire, after the heavens speak, you see the fire outbreak. And it happened also in what? In US. You will be surprised seeing and hearing it. But we are not jokes. I am the one with the virgin, the red lips, the original. Every situation here is testifying that I am that Lord who made it. And that, even if nobody can tell, on my channel, different countries and nations, they have prophesied many things, or that the Lord has given us vision. Watch and watch carefully. Thank you so much. We'll be right here and end the broadcast. Thank you.